Hello and welcome back to another book tag challenge video. We're going to do the rapid fire book tag where we answer a bunch of questions about books, readings in rapid fire succession, rapid fire motion, rapid fire something. If you want to hang out, answer these questions with me, go ahead, grab your coffee, grab your tea, and let's get cozy. Okay, so I was actually binge watching G from Book Rose, and she had done this years ago. It's the rapid fire book tag, originally done by Girl Reading. That was the Booktube channel. I'll link that in the description box below. And we're just going to answer some rapid fire book tag questions. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. Ebook or physical book? Physical book, definitely. I love reading from my Kindle when I'm traveling or when it just doesn't make sense to bring a bunch of physical copies, but I definitely prefer physical books. Paperback or hardback? Rapid fire, paperback or hardback? Hardback. Yeah, definitely. Online or in-store book shopping? Well, nowadays it's online. But I prefer in shopping because you can browse around and find ones that really draw you in that you might not otherwise have found. Trilogies or series? Trilogies or series? So series being longer than 3? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with series. The more time I can spend in a world, especially if I love it, then the better. Heroes or villains? Ooh, heroes, definitely. I love a good villain, but I'm going to go with heroes. A book you want everybody to read. Oh, that's hard. I think it would actually be a nonfiction called When Things Fall Apart by Pema Chodron. It got me through some really difficult times in my life, and it's one that I'll still turn to when times are feeling kind of hard. So I would recommend that for almost anybody, When Things Fall Apart. Recommend an underrated book. Ooh, this is tough to answer rapid fire. Come on, underrated book. I don't know. What's an underrated book that I've read? You know, I would actually say anything by Elizabeth Berg. I don't see a lot of people talking about her, and she is one of my most favorite authors when you just need like a feel-good, transformative story about a woman kind of finding herself. She writes the most beautiful books in the most beautiful way. So I would say anything by her, unless I'm just missing out on all the talk about her, is totally underrated. I have pretty much every single book by her, and I absolutely love her. I also love her book for writers, something about an open heart. I can't remember the title. I'll put it up here somewhere. But I would say Elizabeth Berg is definitely underrated. The people who know her love her, but I wish that more people would be talking about her. I found an answer. The last book I finished. Okay, so it was Ice from the Freeze Your Butt Off challenge that I did, where I read a whole book while sitting outside. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'll link that in the description box. The last book that I bought, can I pull up my Amazon? So actually, the last book that I bought was for somebody else. I'm in a big group on Facebook called Women Who Read Great Books, and we did a March St. Patrick's Day exchange. So I bought 2 books, The Little Paris Bookshop and Firefly Lane, for my recipient, and I haven't received mine yet, so hopefully I will, and I can't wait to see what gift that I got. So that was the last book that I bought. The last book that I bought for myself was Yo no soy tu perfecta hija mexicana, the Spanish edition, because one of my big goals this year is to read a book in another language. I did take Spanish in high school and college, but it's been a long time since I've actually used it, practiced it, tried to read in it. So this is, I think it's a middle grade or younger, I'm not sure. But I did purchase that along with a Spanish to English dictionary. And on Skillshare, I'm taking a Spanish course to try to be able to support reading that too. So that was the last book that I bought for myself. Weirdest thing I've used as a bookmark. Oh my gosh, I've used some weird things. I think I used another book as a bookmark once, which was like a little matrixy. I've used snack bars, random pieces of paper. I don't even know what the weirdest would be. I guess let's go with book within a book, a smaller book. Used books, yes or no? I actually don't really like used books. I don't like when they're marked by other people. I don't like, I prefer newer books. I used to have a lot of used books, and I think it kind of turned me off of used books. So I'm going to say no for used books. Top 3 favorite genres. Okay. Fantasy, personal development, although it's called a lot of different things. Self-development used to be self-help, like those reflective books that really, like the When Things Fall Apart book that I was telling you about, that genre I really love. Fantasy I really love, and most recently I've been getting really into thrillers. So those would be my 3 favorite genres right now. Borrow or buy. So over the last 4 or 5 years, I totally switched. I used to be a buy, and now I'm absolutely a borrow. Almost all of these are library books. I went a little crazy on my curbside pickup order this month, probably because all the booktube that I've been watching, but I prefer to borrow these days. Characters or plot. I'm a big character reader. I love to get to know the characters and the world. I just read an amazing book, Nameless, by J.L. Meyerhans, and it was very character based. So the plot, it took a while. Nothing really happened in the plot. Not that nothing happened, but it didn't progress forward until the very end because we were just in that character world getting to know them, and I loved it. And then when the plot did pick up, it like really picked up. So that was fun. I would say I'm definitely character. I prefer to have in-depth characters in my stories. Long or short books. I usually go for the longer books. I love like spending a lot of time in a book, definitely. Long or short chapters. I like long books with short chapters. It makes you feel like you're reading more quickly, and it gives it kind of that fun, fast read. Name the first 3 books I can think of. Okay, The Priory of the Orange Tree, because it's in the background right here. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and Seraphina. But I don't know what the name of the first book is. Is that cheating? I gotta say Soul Swift because I just saw it. Okay. Books that make you laugh or cry. Anything by Christopher Moore is still like the biggest go-to for laughter. I haven't read one of his books in a long time, but I was in a big Christopher Moore phase maybe 6 years ago now, and they were laugh out loud funny. I've really been wanting to check out The House of the Cerulean Sea because I've heard other people say that it is also funny as well. And books that make me cry, I don't really cry that often reading, so I'd say the closest that I've gotten are those last 2 books that I read, actually read up here, Fear of Missing Out and The Weight of a Thousand Feathers. These were definitely heart-wrenching. I did not cry, but I was like close to that energy. Our World or Fictional Worlds? Fictional worlds, please. Part of the reason that I read is to escape this world, to experience other things. So I love fictional worlds. Audiobooks, yes or no? I've never been a big audiobook person. I get really distracted easily listening to the audiobooks, but recently I started diamond painting while listening to audiobooks, and that's been a really great combination. So I am listening to an awesome audiobook right now about women on a boat. Why can't I think of what the name of it is? I'll put it up here somewhere. But it's really good. And I'm diamond painting a girl wearing like this fiery dress, and it's just going along so well with the book that it's perfect. So I'm getting more into listening to audiobooks. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? How else do you pick out books? Yes, 1000%. I judge all my books by their covers. I know it's terrible, but I do. I definitely do. Book to movie or book to TV adaptations? I can't think of that many books that have been made into TV shows, but I would prefer that. Okay, so there's a Netflix TV show that I just binge watched, and it was so good, and I thought it was based on a book. I wish that it had been Fate the Winx Saga, but it's actually based on like an older cartoon, and I guess people who are avid fans of the cartoons are not that impressed with this show, but I loved the show. I thought it was really great, and I wish that it was a book because I wanted to go, after I watched the show, go into the world and read the books, but it's not. So I do like when it's a TV series because it's kind of like reading a book. You get to spend more time with it than just one sit-down movie. So I guess book to TV show. 2 more rapid fire questions. A movie or TV show you preferred to its book? Oh, preferred to its book? I don't know. More often, I mean, pretty much all the time I prefer the book. The Last Apprentice, I can't remember what the name of the movie was, but that was really good. I loved reading the Last Apprentice series. It's like 12 or 13 books long. I think it's either middle grade. I'm pretty sure it's middle grade, maybe young adult. I loved reading the books, but the movie did such a great job of making it like super succinct into one movie and like action packed. I don't regret reading the books. That was a fun experience. But if I had to pick a movie that I preferred over the book, I would probably say the Last Apprentice movie. Okay, series or standalones. Still series, but I have a new appreciation of standalones actually since reading Soul Swift, because it was nice to kind of get in a world, have it fully complete, and get out. But if I had to pick one, I would say series. It's fun. It's fun to continue on with your characters that you know and love, and it's fun to know that the world is going to continue on after you finish that story. Okay, I think we got through our rapid fire questions. There's a lot of time I spent thinking about those answers, so I don't know how successful I was in rapid fire answering them, but I'm so excited that you guys hung out. I hope you enjoyed that. I'd love to hear what some of your answers are. Sending you so much love, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye, guys.